you the 3 days 2 night itinerary that I have planned for our European clients. Okay, so just to give you a study insight, in 2012, RWS had a whopping $50 million in revenue, while Suntec only had mere $23 million. But hey, that's 2012. So now, let's talk about in 2013. What do we aim to achieve in 2013? We aim to achieve Suntec being here while RWS is there. Am I right, board of directors? Would you like to see a situation like this? I'm sure you all would. So now, in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to explain to you how can we achieve such a situation like this. So keep this visual in mind, guys. Okay. So how am I going to do it? Based on this, U, I, C. Firstly, let me talk about U. U is understanding. So firstly, our European clients will understand about the MICE facilities in Singapore. So such examples will be like facilities, the supporting services, and the event management companies. So firstly, moving on facilities, where will we show them? Definitely, we will show them Suntec Convention Center. So it's just recently undergone a 6-month renovation, and I must tell you, it has lots to offer. So what do we have to offer? 100,000 square meters. That is huge. 100,000 square meters is like 200 times of this room. There's a lot of things you can do. Spread it out over 4 floors. Wow, that's marvelous, man. So, statistics are just statistics. So we must show them what are the exhibitions that I held before, the events. So such as exhibitions, an IMF conference, and our travel fairs. Okay, so after we have understood the facilities that we have to offer, we will go to supporting services, food. So catering companies. There's so many tons and thousands of catering companies, but why did I choose this? I've chosen Friends Alley. Now, this is because Friends Alley, the creator of Friends Alley, is actually from a restaurant. So the quality is top notch, it's there. I personally have went to Anisi restaurant, and I must say the food is mamma mia, wonderful. So I'm sure that our European counterparts will definitely enjoy this experience too. And next, I've also chosen another food catering company called Cuisine. So now why Cuisine also? Same question, why so many 1,001 catering companies, but why Cuisine? The main reason because Cuisine has credibility. So what do I mean by credibility? It has actually hosted many government conventions and MNC's conventions. So if you don't hear any government officials there, this is definitely the one to go for. So after they understood supporting services of food, we will now go on to event management company. Now what's the first event management company to your mind when I ask you? First event management company? Suntec. No, wrong. Okay, it's actually Pico. Okay, now why Pico? Because it's established. This is one word, established. We actually held over thousands and thousands of conferences in Singapore and worldwide. That's the most important thing. So some examples are the HSBC Golf Women's Champion, ST Engineering booth during the Singapore Air Show, and even K Pacific in Hong Kong. So another company that I would like to introduce to them would be the event company. So the event company, what's so similar? What's so good about event company? It's because the similarity in terms of the offering characteristics between event company and our client. They both contain creativity. That's the best. So they can, from this experience, they can actually exchange pointers and learn from one another too. So after learning about event management companies, so you can see like their works are very artistic. It's very unique and different as compared to a normal cliche kind of boring exhibitions. Okay? So now moving on. After you understood, what are we going to do next? I stands for immerse. We're going to make them immerse into Singapore's culture. Now how are we going to do it, you ask? Firstly, immerse into food culture. Definitely, right? So I've arranged for them to head on down to Old Airport Road, Changi, Old Airport Road Food Center. Every weekend you go there, there's always a queue at almost every store. This shows how good it is. And definitely, 328 Katong Laksa. Gordon Ramsay, a 9 Michelin star chef, can actually be so humble at this laksa stall. I'm sure that they're sure would like to try this laksa stall too. So after immersing the food, definitely culture. What can we miss culture? So we will definitely bring them to Chinatown, Kampong Glam, and Little India. Now you may ask, so boring, but hey, imagine that you can bring them to 3 countries within 1 country. How cool is that, man? Malaysia, China, and India. In Singapore, wow, that's a good experience. And one shot, 3-in-1 copy. Very good. Okay, so what do I want them to take away from this? Definitely racial harmony. In London, there are many racial riots, so I want them to understand how Singapore can accommodate these 4 races together so peacefully over the years. So after they've immersed, now it's time to move on to comfort. That's the most important thing. Give them comfort and wow, I tell you, they will give you anything that you want. Okay, so comfort, how am I going to achieve this? This, my dear friends, is a view from their hotel room. For 3 days, 2 nights, they're going to see this view. Now imagine their reaction. Come, let me imagine, show you that on that day, what will happen. Let me show you. Whoa, bloody hell, the view is amazing. This is what will happen on that day. Can you just imagine? It's just, wow, just blow your mind off. And this, my dear friends, is a room of Ritz-Carlton Hotel. 6-star hotel, commonly known as a 6-star hotel. They are going to stay best top-notch service that you can ever provide. So, next one. We also arranged for them to dine at Les Amis. So many restaurants in Singapore. Why Les Amis? It's because I'm sure you guys know that England is a producer, not just producer of wine. Les Amis has that to offer. Now, how many wine may take? This amount. No, definitely not 2, not 20, not even 200, 2,000 options of wine. This is how extensive that they have, the wine option, the wine list that they have, and we will show them what Singapore has to offer for them. So as you can see, this is the winery, this is how it looks, 2,000 bottles of wine. And their wine sommelier, the one that actually recommends the wine, is also top notch. So next, moving on, since we'll be coming in September period, they will actually, so we also arrange for them to dine at a club suite during the F1, just right above the pit stops at the F1. So you can see that, wow, marvelous view, man. Just look down and, whoa, a car right in front of you. And you don't have to squeeze with anyone, and it's air conditioned. Wow, how great is that? So, during the F1 session also, there will be a networking session. So, what do we aim to achieve during this networking session? We aim to achieve reciprocity. Now, because of this, imagine that they have some business dealings. They managed to successfully close some deals. Do you remember us, Suntec, as the one who brought them to Singapore? Okay. So after we've understood all 3, understand, immerse, and comfort, now we think, how are we going to put this into a timeline? So this is the itinerary. Okay, so as you can refer to the handout, the itinerary is listed there. So day 1, day 2, and day 3. Okay, so just in case wives or girlfriends want to extend their stay, we have also arranged for them to do shopping, the ladies' favorite things, shopping and visit the zoo, panda. Because I've actually researched and found that London, ever since 1994, does not have a panda. So I'm sure that this will be a very great and new experience for them. And lastly, to pamper themselves, to indulge in spa. Definitely, every girl's favorite thing. Relax, peaceful. So manpower required, very simple. 2 guys, 2 ladies. So 2 guys will follow the 10 of our European clients, while the 2 ladies will entertain the 5 other wags that are following them. So you may think, wow, so expensive. So look at all the costs. Whoa, so many, look at the figures. How much it cost in total? In total, it's $35,000. Wow, so expensive. 3 days, 2 nights, $35,000. Now, what do we get in return? This is what we get. We get $35 million. Now, let me showcase you what is $35 million. Anyone has $1 coin? $1 coin. Yes, can you please step forward and stand? Yes. So for every $1, imagine that she's Suntec. For every $1 coin that she forks out, she gets back $100 in return. This is how powerful this 3 days 2 nights itinerary is. Okay. So just to give you a brief look through of our client's profile, the name is called Imagination. They have done many huge events. The Sydney New Year Countdown, showcased worldwide, broadcasted all over the world, and the Beijing Automotive Show. Now, the Beijing Automotive Show, the contract is ending this year. So they are now looking for a new event space for this automotive show. And now that's why they are considering Singapore. So we should not make them consider, we should make them sign. This, once they sign, that signature causes $35 million a year. Wow, 5 years contract, $35 million. Who would want it, man? Okay. So now open the floor, open the floor up, open a question on the floor. Any questions?
How then will this help us beat RWS? So it's like so we entertain and we then happy and
Definitely.
Okay.
So they are happy to do happy as well.
Don't worry, we'll prevent that. That's why we give them the best accommodation, everything the best we can ask for. And we'll always be with them. Someone will always accompany them. So we make sure that they don't hang out, they visit other places, RWS and such.
Okay. Any other question?
Okay. So I must you guys can understand UIC. UIC is also a brand of a dishwashing detergent. Now this is what I want to do also. To use UIC, a dishwashing detergent onto Singapore. I want to make Singapore brand new, something that European clients have never experienced before. And this is what I hope to achieve. Now to end off the presentation, I want to end off with a quote. People don't buy based on intellect. People buy based on feelings. So now after they have experienced the wonderful, the marvelous facilities that Singapore has to offer, the comfort that they actually experience in the top-notch hotels and the food, they will be sure to sign that contract. And that I end my presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you.